Hello and welcome to The Power of Myth, an exhilarating journey into the mind and spirit of a remarkable man, legendary teacher, and masterful storyteller, Joseph Campbell. I'm Phil Moyer. I just took my Prozac and I'm ready to go. So, Mr. Campbell, what is the power of myth?
It's a cycle. It's a going and a return.
So, Mr. Campbell, what inspired you to do what you do?
Well, because that's what's worth writing about.
So, what is a myth?
It's a fundamental experience that everyone has to undergo.
What exactly do you do? Have you read the Da Vinci Code? It's good. Really good.
It's a secondary organ of a total human being, and it must not put itself in control.
What are you talking about?
And then the animal will undergo a transformation and become the queen of the fairy hills or something like that.
I don't follow.
That's, by the way, a universal theme.
I don't know what that means.
The fire theft theme usually with a relay race after it.
Could you clarify?
Well, it's the degree of the illumination or action that makes him different. There is a typical early culture hero who goes around slaying monsters. There was much of the adventure in the old stories is where they go into regions that no one's been in before. Well, we've now conquered the planet, so there are no empty spaces for the imagination to go forth and fight its own war, with powers. This is a very interesting thing about these mythological themes. The achievement of the hero is one that he is ready for, and it's really a manifestation of his character. And it's amusing the way in which the landscape and the conditions of the environment match the readiness of the hero. The adventure that he's ready for is the one that he gets. And I had a hero figure who meant something to me, and he served as a kind of model for myself in my physical character, and that was Douglas Fairbanks. One of the wonderful things I think about this adventure into space is that the narrator...
A long time ago, in a land not so far, or pretty darn far, I'm really not sure. I suck at geography. Anyways, there was an apple in this land, and it was just not any ordinary Granny Smith. This was a golden delicious, and delicious it was. On this golden delicious, the words were inscribed, "For the pretty one." And this was for the pretty one. But the goddesses all contested that they were the pretty one. Ah, but they consulted Paris. Paris was very good judge of prettiness. Yes, he was. He decided that Aphrodite was the pretty one, but only because he got Helen. And Helen was very, very attractive. Oh, yes. But anyways, this is what happened, and it wasn't good.
King Agamemnon, we must go to war! Helen has been taken!
By Poseidon's pants! Who would do such a dastardly deed?
Paris of Troy, my lord!
Ready your troops! We sail at dawn!
So, the Greeks made a voyage to Troy. It was a very long and perilous voyage, but they voyaged, and they voyaged well. Finally, they landed in Troy after an incredible voyage, as I think I already mentioned. So there's nothing more to say on this. For 10 years battles raged at these walls, the walls of Troy, that could not be taken down. This is but a sampling of those battles. Hang on to your seatbelt. Here we go. As soon as the Greeks landed in Troy, they were met by its massive and impregnable walls. They were very, very big. Upon these great walls stood Paris himself, King Menelaus, and the very, very, very attractive Helen.
Bring in the cannon! Load the cannon!
Load the cannon!
Load the cannon! Fire cannon!
Fire the cannon!
Fire the cannon! Forward march!
Forward!
Load the cannon!
Load the cannon!
Load the cannon! Fire cannon!
Fire cannon!
Fire cannon!
Ah!
Now the Greeks, they had some fierce and powerful warriors, including the mighty Achilles himself, who was thought to be indestructible and immortal. No man could defeat Achilles.
Alright, man. Prepared a speech for you today. Okay, I'm going to be very frank with you guys. This battle is to virtually no benefit for any of you. Woo! That's the attitude. In fact, I'm projecting about 80% of you will die. Yeah. Now, the reason you're here is to save the king's brother's hot wife. But keep in mind, my friends, that she is really, really hot. Really hot!
Suddenly, Achilles bestowed his great armor upon his friend Patroclus.
There they are! Attack! Let's follow Achilles!
Poor, sad, pathetic Patroclus never stood a chance. Hector slaughtered him like the sheep that he was. Upon hearing of his friend Patroclus' death, Achilles challenged Hector to a duel. This duel was to be the most gruesome, most glorious, and most beautiful battle any man shall ever witness. Was a tragedy for Troy, for the hero had fallen to the mighty Achilles. But Achilles was not satisfied at just slaying the mighty Hector. He paraded his body around the walls of Troy for 3 rotations, 3 of them. Achilles' hubris act did not go unpunished by the gods. He was slain by the arrow of Paris, which hit him in the heel. What we now call the Achilles tendon. I wonder why. This concludes our tale, but I heard later on something about a horse and going into the palace, you know, something about prizes. Everybody getting drunk. Anyways, point of the story, Helen. Wow. Yeah. That's all you need to know. Helen. Hot.
Realize what the real problem is, and that is of losing primarily thinking about yourself and your own self-protection, losing yourself, giving yourself to another. That's what a trial in itself, is it not? Mm-hmm. There's a big transformation of consciousness that's concerned. And what all the myths have to deal with is transformation of consciousness. That you're thinking in this way, and you have now to think in that way. I mean, our life evokes our character, and you find out more about yourself as you go on. And it's very nice to be able to put yourself in situations that will evoke your higher nature rather than your lower. I'm dealing with an Iroquois story right now. There's a motif that comes in American Indian stories very often, what I call the refusal of suitors. He is the song of nature. He has transcended his humanity, you know, and associated himself with the powers of nature, which are the powers of our life. Jonah in the whale. I mean, that's a standard motif of going into the whale's belly and coming out again. The whale represents the personification, you might say, of all that is in the unconscious. Luke Skywalker not going over, but resisting its impersonal claims. You see, this thing up here...
Yeah, this consciousness thinks it's running the shop. It's a secondary organ.
Now, this wasn't the darkness of night descending. When you...
Grease Pizza Pops! Whoa!
Hey, it's a Grease Pizza Pops. We cook the pizza very long, and then we squeeze the grease out. Then we freeze the grease very, very, very long. Hey, it's done!
Somebody say Grease Pizza Pops? By the beard of Zeus! Whoa! Oh, that's good. Grease Pizza Pops are delicious!
Now, with 13% more obesity in every bite. Are you feeling lonely, anxious, flaky, tired, or depressed? Are you in need of relief? Try the Divine Touch. Hermes Cream.
I'm still Phil Moyers, and this is still the power of myth. Welcome back to the show. What? Joseph Campbell! Ah, good to see you here today.
Departure, fulfillment, return.
What do you want from me?
Higher power, higher danger.
Excuse me. I believe the word you were looking for is Kentucky.
That's right.
Do you know what narcosynthesis is?
The edge, the interface between what can be known and what is.
Ha! I knew it. You're just a fraud.
Well, I think it's important to live life with a knowledge of its mystery and of your own mystery. And it gives life a new zest, a new balance, a new harmony to do this. I mean, therapy and psychological therapy, when people find out what it is that's ticking in them, they get straightened out. And what is it that life is? I find thinking in mythological terms has helped people visibly. You can see it happen. If you are not eligible for this place into which you put yourself, it's going to be a demon marriage. It's going to be a real mess. If you are eligible, it can be a glory that will give you a life that is yours in your own way. It erases anxieties. It puts them in accord with the inevitables of their life, and they can see the positive values of what
the negative aspects of
Stay down.
aspects of what is positive. It's whether you're going to say no to the serpent or yes to the serpent. As easy as that. Those patches of gold were identified. They were her friends. She wasn't alone. But she had locked herself in her own little room and life, but she had friends. And you have fears and things. This is the dragon. That's exactly what that's all about.
I'm sorry to cut this interview a little short, Mr. Campbell, but I'm about to join my esteemed colleague, the real Phil Moyers.
Alright, try it again. You were way too awake to be falling asleep.
I feel like I'm... Yeah, that was... I'm sorry, I had convulsions.
You looked like you were on drugs or something. That was pretty weird. Ready? And action. By Poseidon's pants! No. Action.
By Poseidon's pants! Who would do such a dastardly good deed?
Action. And boom. No, everybody.
So, Mr. Campbell, hello. I forgot to mix this up.
And action. And action.
Hello, and welcome back. I'm still Phil Morris.
Moyers.
Is there a Phil Morris or something? Yeah, there is a Phil Morris. That's why you're saying that. Yeah.
I make
Philip Morris.
I
right?
work in a sweatshop, and this isn't a TV show.
No, Phil's playing.
Anyways, everybody shut up. I'm trying to be a star. Alright.
Okay, ready?
Alright.
And action.
Welcome back. I'm still Phil Moyers. And this is still
Sorry, I'm too confused to name
Joseph Campbell.
Ready? Go.
Welcome back to the show. Power of Myth. I'm still Phil Morris. And this.
Did it again. It was right there, dude.
I don't know what that means.
It sounded like beans.
I don't like beans.
Ready to go.
Alright, welcome back. I'm still Phil Morris.
Boy.
Hold on. What's the name, Chad? Let me look. Is that
Moyer.
Moyers.
That's right.
Moyers. Look at this tie. Obviously, I'm Phil Morris. I did not do that on purpose. I want to say Phil Morris. Can I say Phil Morris?
No, you can't.
Better name. I agree.
Alright.
We should have gone with it in the first place.
Are you still rolling for some reason?
Yeah, because that was really funny.
Alright.
Ready and action.
Welcome back to the show. I'm still Phil Moyers. And this is still the Power of the Myth.
It's just our power.
You took it away.
Oh, sorry.
You know, the better.
And action.
Hello and welcome to the Power of Myth, an exquisite journey. Hold on, we're gonna keep going. Sorry.
Ready?
Give me 3, 2, 1.
Action.
Hello and welcome to the Power of Myth, an exhilarating journey into the mind and spirit of a
We're
remarkable
going to do it
man,
again anyway, because Matt was laughing.
terrifying person.
Alright. I'm sorry to cut this.
Wait, okay. God, you went way too quick.
Campbell.
Wait for the cue, Travis.
I'm about to join my esteemed colleague, the real
Moyers?
Phil Moyers.
Yeah, okay, do that again. Yeah.